Buying pricey gifts or having the latest gadgets might make someone feel successful or loved because their brain got wired to equate spending with social approval or personal value. Others might have a hidden belief that money is evil, or I don't deserve to be rich, perhaps from childhood messages, and they end up sabotaging themselves financially, like turning down opportunities or overspending as soon as they save a bit, as if to get rid of money. The brain can be your best friend or worst enemy here. Lastly, consider fear and risk aversion, the brain's safety mechanism that can hold you back financially. Humans are hardwired to avoid loss. Studies show losing $100 hurts more than gaining $100 pleases us. This made sense for survival. Avoid losses, like losing food or shelter, at all costs. But in modern finances, it can backfire. It can make someone overly cautious, like keeping all their savings in cash, because they're afraid of investing and possibly losing some. Ironically, that safety can lead them to miss out on growth. Inflation quietly eats away cash, and investments left untouched can significantly grow wealth over time. Or think about starting a business. The fear of failure might stop you from ever trying, which guarantees you never succeed. In short, our brain's fear circuits, especially the amygdala, the fear center, often scream, avoid risk, which can keep us stuck and not moving forward financially. Real-life examples, your brain in action or inaction. Let's illustrate these concepts with a few examples and stories. Example 1. The marshmallow test, delayed gratification. In a famous experiment, researchers offered young children a marshmallow and told them they could either eat it now or wait 15 minutes and get 2 marshmallows. This simple test turned out to predict a lot about those kids' futures. The children who managed to wait, delaying gratification, tended to have better life outcomes, even financially, years later. Why? Because the ability to delay gratification is like a superpower for saving and investing. If you can resist the eat the marshmallow now urge, you can resist blowing your paycheck immediately and instead invest it for a bigger payoff later. Now, as adults, our marshmallows are everywhere. That new phone, those shoes, the urge to upgrade your car right now. Training yourself to wait, even when your brain is drooling for the treat, can directly translate to building wealth. Each time you delay an unnecessary purchase, it's like telling your brain, hey, I don't need the instant hit. I'd rather have a bigger reward later. You're reinforcing neural pathways that favor long-term thinking. The good news is, you can train yourself to get better at waiting for that second marshmallow. Example 2. Credit card versus cash, feeling the pain. Meet Sarah, who loves shopping for gadgets. Whenever she used her credit card, she barely hesitated to splurge on the latest tech. A $200 gadget here, $150 there. It didn't feel like much because swiping the card was quick and painless. One month, Sarah decided to try an experiment. For 1 month, she would switch to using only cash for non-essential spending. No credit cards, no Apple Pay, just cash in an envelope for things like dining out, entertainment, etc. The first time she had to hand over 3 $50 bills to buy a new headphone set, she actually flinched. It felt expensive in a way it didn't when she used her card. That awareness made her put the headphones back and think twice about other purchases. By the end of the month, she had spent far less than she normally would with credit. This real-life self-test shows how being aware of your brain's pain-pleasure responses can change your behavior. Take some time to visualize or write down what achieving financial freedom or a certain goal would look like. Maybe it's owning a home, being debt-free, or traveling the world. Be specific. Imagine the sights, sounds, and feelings. When faced with a spending temptation, pause and picture that goal. If I invest this $200 instead of spending it, I'm buying a piece of that future dream. This gives your brain an immediate emotional reward, excitement for your goal, to counterbalance the allure of the immediate purchase. By making the future feel real, you engage your emotions on the side of your long-term interest. Sixth, challenge and reframe your beliefs. Identify one or two negative beliefs about money that you suspect are holding you back. It could be something like, "I'm just not good with money," or "I'll never be wealthy or rich, people are greedy." Write it down, then literally argue against it. Replace it with a more positive, realistic belief. "I can learn and improve my financial skills," or "if I stick to a plan, I can achieve financial security." Or "money itself isn't bad, it's what you do with it." Whenever you catch the old belief creeping in, "Ugh, I'm terrible with money," consciously swap in the new one, "I'm getting better at managing my money." It might feel odd, but you're essentially doing cognitive behavior therapy on yourself, training your neural pathways with new thoughts. Over time, your actions will start to align with these healthier beliefs. 7. Surround yourself with positive financial influences. Our brains are hugely influenced by what's around us. Try to put yourself in an environment, physically or digitally, that reinforces good money habits. This could mean following personal finance YouTubers or bloggers who inspire you, joining a community or forum for budgeting, investing, or simply talking more with friends who have healthy financial habits. When you regularly see others excited about saving, investing, or hitting financial goals, it normalizes those behaviors for you. It's much easier to decline an expensive night out because you have savings goals if you have friends who also value frugality or financial discipline. Essentially, you're wiring your social environment to encourage the financial mindset you want. 8. Ease into investing to tame fear. If fear of investing is keeping you from growing your money, take baby steps. Start with a very small investment that you're completely okay to experience ups and downs with, even $50 in a low-cost index fund. Treat it as an experiment to teach your brain. Watch how it fluctuates and realize that the world doesn't end when it dips a bit. Meanwhile, educate yourself in small bites. For example, read a beginner's article or two about how investing works. As you gain knowledge and see your small investments survive, or even grow, your fear will begin to ease. Set some rules you're comfortable with, like, "I'll only invest money I don't need for the next few years, and I'll spread my money across different investments to reduce risk." These guidelines reassure your brain that you're being prudent, not reckless. As your confidence builds, you can gradually increase your investments. The key is that you're desensitizing your fear through small exposure and learning, rather than letting it paralyze you. Pick a couple of these strategies and try them out. In doing so, you will find that intelligence isn't about avoiding adversity. It's about navigating it wisely, focusing on the elements you can influence, and letting go of everything else. By focusing only on what you can control, you become more efficient, focused, and resilient. The dichotomy of control, mastering your mental clarity. The dichotomy of control is one of the most essential teachings of Stoicism, and it serves as a guide for decision-making and self-mastery. Imagine you are stuck in traffic, something entirely beyond your control. The question becomes, how will you respond? Will you let frustration take over, or will you seize the opportunity to reflect, listen to a podcast, or simply enjoy the time alone? By distinguishing between what you can and cannot control, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and emotional turmoil. This shift in perspective reduces anxiety, sharpens your judgment, and enhances your intellectual clarity. When you stop stressing over uncontrollable factors, you can focus on what truly matters, improving your ability to make intelligent decisions without being clouded by emotional distractions. 5. Memento mori, a constant reminder of life's impermanence. Memento mori, the Stoic reminder that you will die, is not a message of despair. It's an invitation to live a more purposeful life. The realization that life is finite forces you to reflect on what truly matters. By contemplating your mortality, You stop wasting time on trivial matters and focus your energy on the things that will bring lasting value. Memento mori shifts your perspective, making you more resilient in the face of challenges. When life presents difficulties, you ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? Will it matter when I am gone? This helps you prioritize, making decisions that align with your values and long-term goals. More importantly, it fosters a deep sense of gratitude for each day, enhancing both your mental and emotional intelligence. 6. Reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. For the Stoics, obstacles were not roadblocks, but stepping stones to improvement. What stands in the way becomes the way, said Marcus Aurelius. Every challenge, difficulty, or frustration is an opportunity to learn, grow, and refine your skills. This reframing transforms your approach to obstacles. Instead of seeing them as setbacks, view them as lessons, as the sharpening of your character. Challenges push you beyond your limits, forcing you to develop new strategies and solutions. In this process, you become more creative, more flexible, and more resilient, traits that are central to true intelligence. 7. Voluntary discomfort, strengthening the mind through hardship. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, encouraged deliberately exposing yourself to discomfort. By practicing voluntary discomfort, whether through fasting, taking cold showers, or living simply, you build mental resilience. These challenges teach you to control your desires, helping you distinguish between what you truly need and what you merely want. Voluntary discomfort strengthens your emotional and intellectual discipline. It reduces the fear of loss and helps you develop the ability to withstand life's difficulties with poise and strength. When you intentionally put yourself in uncomfortable situations, real challenges in life seem less daunting. 8. Seek wisdom from role models. The Stoics knew that the pursuit of wisdom was a lifelong journey, and they understood the value of learning from others. By studying the lives of great thinkers, leaders, and philosophers, both their successes and failures, you can gain invaluable insights into how to navigate your own life. Meditation was central to the Stoic practice, allowing them to maintain a calm and focused mind amid the chaos of life. By dedicating time to meditation, you create space for self-reflection, enhancing both your emotional and intellectual clarity. Through daily practice, you cultivate emotional balance, self-awareness, and the ability to remain undistracted. In times of stress or challenge, your mind will be steadier, your decisions more deliberate, and your responses more logical. This inner tranquility sharpens your capacity to think critically and solve problems with clarity. 10. Live by virtue, the ultimate path to intelligence. At the core of Stoicism is the belief that living virtuously, pursuing wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline is the ultimate path to intelligence. Virtue is not a destination, but a continual practice that requires thoughtfulness, humility, and self-awareness. Living virtuously brings mental clarity, as it removes the clutter of guilt, dishonesty, and regret. It helps you focus on what is truly important, making better decisions, forming meaningful relationships, and prioritizing long-term goals over short-term pleasures. Virtue also enhances emotional intelligence, as it requires empathy, fairness, and the ability to navigate social dynamics with wisdom and grace. The path of Stoicism is not for the faint of heart. It is a road less traveled, full of challenges, adversity, and discomfort. But this is the very road that leads to growth, wisdom, and true intelligence.